Hello, this is the One Episode Rule, a podcast about first impressions. I am Magpie, and I hate looking for anime news on a holiday. This is interminable. Like, there's nothing useful here. It's just like, oh, do you want fucking love confession advice from rom-com anime? Fuck no, I don't want that. They're completely dysfunctional. That's the whole point.
Okay, just to make this holiday themed, what would be the best anime-themed Valentine's merch? Okay, everyone go.
Neon Genesis Evangelion.
But
Condoms.
what? What would it be?
Congrats, Louis. You've done it the worst of all of us.
That's what I was going for.
I'm gonna say...
No, I can make it worse, and I'm going to make
Okay.
it worse because the worst thing you can give to somebody for Valentine's Day is Neon Genesis Evangelion themed hand cream.
Oh, no.
Oh,
Well, this
I
bit's
was
over.
hand touchers hand cream.
On the the blurb on the bottle just says I'm so fucked up.
Well, this
Anyway,
is over.
God.
Anyhow, I was
introduce
gonna say
yourselves,
little
you
heart
cretin.
candies with Naruto quotes. But y'all are all disgusting.
We're allowed to be disgusting.
That's our job.
True.
Get disgusting or get out.
Uh,
Are you guys going to introduce yourselves?
I'm waiting for the next person to go, yeah.
Yeah, I'm Blackle. I do news these days. It's pretty normal.
yeah.
What
Too
kind of
bad you
news?
didn't find any anime news while you
No,
were
I
out.
didn't. I couldn't find the anime scoop.
That's true. Couldn't find Miko out there on the street. Miko? Miku.
Miko.
Miko.
Who's
Miko.
Miko?
Out there on the streets.
Maybe next time. Hello, I am Joey, and boy howdy have I been watching anime again. It's
Mhm.
great. Feels great. Hey, Trigun Stampede.
2023. This is the year of actually watching anime.
I know, right? It's been a while. Trigun Stampede's so good. I really like it. Like quite a lot. There's only like 5 episodes out right now, but Magpie's Blorbo is definitely going to be in the next episode.
I appreciate him.
That's our boy.
I just wonder if he's gonna.
Neon.
I just wonder if he's gonna be orange like he is in the
Good
original.
question.
Like, what happened to that man's skin?
Irradiated by the desert sun. Anyhow, I've also been watching more Gundam, The Witch of Mercury. Also very
Gundamo.
good. Yeah. Got to see Choo Choo do the punch. Great.
That's an incredible punch.
It was incredible. Everyone's being very mean.
Yeah, they
but
kind of deserved it.
What else? I don't know if I've watched anything else. So that's me. Next.
Hey, hi, it's me, Louis. How are you doing? I'm not at the phone right now. If you can, I was gonna do a voicemail bit and I fucked it up already. God damn it.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I watched all of Trigun. That was a thing.
Yep.
And then I watched the first 2 episodes of Trigun. Wow.
Trigun.
Trigun.
Can we just like redo the episode, please?
No.
Gotta start all
Yeah.
over from the beginning.
I watched Trigun Stampede. The first 2 episodes are the only ones that are dubbed at the moment, and I'm here for Johnny Young Bosch, TBH. But like, it's a fun ride.
Iconic. Yes.
I agree with everything you said about it.
Mm-hmm. Just you wait.
Poor Vash can't get his hair gel anymore.
I know.
They don't make his brand.
Honestly, the haircut grew on me way faster than I thought it would. It's pretty cute.
Well, I mean, it doesn't look crunchy anymore.
No, I know. It looks like real hair now.
Well, you know, it never looked crunchy. It didn't look crunchy like people who had gel, but he did look like a paintbrush. He looked like his hair would be stiff if you touched it.
It did.
Like horsehair.
Wolfwood still calls him Needle Noggin.
Interesting.
Good.
Maybe it's just some phrenology shit, and he's implying he has a really tiny skull.
No. No, we
Really?
can't. Oh. But yeah.
Man, I just came up with just like the worst Trigun crossover with fucking Django Unchained, and I don't even want to talk
Oh.
about
Oh
it.
no. Stop
you
it.
see here, the plants
Yes.
have the two divots
No.
at the back of the head.
No. Delete the episode.
Yeah, fuck this one. I watched some anime. I watched a little bit of what y'all have been watching.
Mhm.
Caught a little more on JoJo, and I've watched a whole lot of My Dress Up Darling because that's just how the rotation's been going.
Ooh.
That show is good,
Yeah, it's fun.
just in
How many
general.
episodes have you
I feel
seen?
like I'm like halfway through at this point.
Yeah, that's probably around
Maybe
where I am.
maybe a little further than that.
Hmm.
The last one I watched, they were checking out the hospital for shoot locations, and it
Oh, yeah,
scared the shit out of Juju.
you are a little further along than me then. Yeah.
Um, but yeah. So, Blackle, did you have something for us to watch?
Yes, I do.
This romantic of holidays.
It is titled Pretty Boy Detective Club.
Say it louder?
Pretty Boy Detective Club.
Okay.
Louder.
Pretty Boy Detective Club.
So, which is your favorite member of the Boy Wife Detectives Club? Which one is for you?
I like the red-haired naughty boy personally.
The delinquent.
Our
The
good
delinquent.
old little delinquent.
I'll have to agree because I don't look at him and want to strangle him. I don't feel my hands. I don't see my hands coming up in the corner of my visions and strangling
Shaking,
possession.
yeah.
Yeah. I
Who wants
can't pick.
Who wants a blurb? Jojo, you haven't read a blurb in a while.
Sure.
You're slacking on your duties.
Oh, I'll kill you. Mayumi Dojima promises her parents that she will give up on her dreams of becoming an astronaut on her 14th birthday if she cannot find a star she once saw long ago. Overhearing her troubles, the eccentric Manabu Sotuan? Sotu, Sotuin?
Sotoen.
I think it would be Een, offers to help her search for the star alongside the rest of Yubiwa Academy's mysterious Pretty Boy Detective Club, whose rules are as follows. 1. Be pretty. 2. Be a boy. And 3. Be a detective. However, Mayumi is unique. She can see many things that ordinary people cannot. Her eyesight allows her to see the tiniest of details, from people approaching her at a distance to hidden traps that would otherwise go undetected. When the search for this lost star begins to sour, the Pretty Boy Detective Club ends up entangled in something far beyond what they ever imagined.
Ah, she's got the eyes to read microfiche.
My special eyes.
Special
My
eyes.
brand.
And, like, anime characters with eyes that can see beyond is kind of a genre, because that was also the thing with Kekai Sensen, if anyone remembers that one.
She's literally got stars in her eyes.
She
She's a
does literally.
jukebox hero.
Yup.
Um. So yeah, that's pretty much the premise. We open the show on a monologue quoting Voltaire, from Mayumi, who is notably in much different attire. Um,
Yes.
but we won't get to that later because that doesn't happen in this
It doesn't
episode.
happen in this one.
Anyway, what Mayumi's deal is that she is on a rooftop somewhere, staring up at the Lisa Frank sky.
Yeah.
It is It's a lot.
trying to find the star from her childhood because of a bizarre promise that she has made to her parents. This is a very strange agreement to have with your relatives,
It's
which is
also
I will give up on my reason for living if I don't find the star from my. And why couldn't you just lie?
Yeah, right.
right. How would they know?
Oh, there
How
it
would
is.
they
I see
know?
it right up there. Yeah.
I've seen it.
See it.
Well, the explanation is that she's like 13, so she
Hmm.
thinks that she doesn't. You know what I'm saying? She thinks that rules matter.
I
Yeah,
had the
this is true.
capacity to lie when I was 13.
She thinks that that her parents have power over her. But yeah, she hasn't managed to find it, and this is her last night of looking. When she's suddenly surprised by asshole, just a jerk,
Hmm.
who causes her to fall off of a building.
God, that was
And
something.
I really want a cut of this show where instead of him catching her after this during the long section where she's staring up at the stars, it just starts playing the fucking song from Bebop and she hits the ground.
Or like fucking
Show ends.
roundabout like fucking to be continued. Yeah.
No, definitely not to be continued. Anyway, just right up the church window like Spike Spiegel.
She doesn't make it.
But yeah, he does catch her, and he's dressed up like Sherlock Holmes.
Hmm.
He's a little fancy lad.
He's got a houndstooth cloak and deerstalker, which is a hat nobody can wear anymore unless they're Sherlock Holmes or pretending to be Sherlock Holmes.
Or if you're a fancy little lad.
No, not even
Yes.
that. You can
No.
only be a fancy little Sherlock Holmes.
Okay, you know what? That's valid.
You can
That's
be
true.
fancy, but you're still Sherlock Holmes.
If you put the hat on, you're a detective now. Sorry.
Yeah.
And you're not even like a Poirot.
No.
But why do all detectives have like weird little things? Because he's got the hat and Poirot's got the mustache. Whatever. It doesn't matter. This is irrelevant. But he says and this insufferable boy introduces himself as an insufferable boy and a detective. And immediately comments on his own beauty.
Yes.
And her eyes and asks her if she's looking for something, which she's just like, well, yes. And he's just like, is it it's just like you're stargazing, right? It's just like, how could you tell? Well, what else would we be doing up here? And my thought was just like, well, she could be smoking pot. You don't know.
His brilliant deductive skills. I've connected the dots.
I've connected them. But she says, I am looking for something. He says, oh, and then whisks her away. And she's like, where are we going? And it's just like, well, to the Pretty Boy Detective Club, of course. We should note that it might be a bit of a struggle to get through some of the synopsis here because this show is very abstract in a lot of ways.
It's yeah, they get like very wordy in places. I will talk about this later, but like part of me thinks it's like partially to cut down on the animation budget.
But on the other hand, I do have a counterpoint for that later. But
we'll talk about it.
So yeah, we cut in on an interesting fucking Stanley Kubrick-ass going down the hallway, running into every fucking bubble light.
I was watching that with my girlfriend, and it just like screamed every single time it passed through the light. I was just like, oh no! My fucking
oh god, they're hitting us all on the head.
But yeah, it really is a weird Kubrick-esque scene. But they're talking about the nature of the Pretty Boy Detective Club, which is a crew of secretive miscreants, not acknowledged by the school, who solve cases, quote unquote, that they may, in equal measure, cause. However, any students who are suspected of having interacted with them refuse to give up their identities due to some sort of NDA.
There's some sort of Fight Club shit happening here.
Some sort of NDA shit happening here. And then when we pass by the club rooms on the way, and there's representations of some of their old cases. But we enter the art room, which is a hell of an art room.
It's
This fucking Rococo ass.
uh,
This is the kind of room that got the French nobility executed. This is exactly what it is. Was I hallucinating, or is there a fucking 4-poster bed in there?
Yeah, I
yes,
think so.
with like the perfect tiny round little bed on there.
That's
It was a weird
nefarious.
one. It was pretty strange.
But yeah, inside this villain's room, we are one by one introduced to the members of the Pretty Boy Detective Clubs. Let us open my anime list and describe them to you. First, we have Michiru, who is a red-haired delinquent boy who is wearing an apron.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they talk about that more later.
This is not remarked upon at this point. He's the bad Leroy Brown of school, and you should never interact with him. To his right, in a chair drinking tea, is Nagahiro, the fucking student council president. So like God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If we're going by anime rules, this man can
He's-
have you killed.
He's like noted to be like an orator. He's got like speech skills.
Yes, he rules through love and adoration, not through fear.
Yeah, though he's not
Yet.
quite God, I don't think, compared to the next guy that we're gonna see.
Compared to the
Not
next
after this
guy.
Jesus.
Well, is it?
I think
is
the
it-
Run Boy is next.
I was about to say,
Yeah.
is it the slut or the heir next?
The air, not the slut.
because I think we're gonna talk about Leg Boy. What the fuck is wrong with it?
Can we have the title of the episode be "We Need to Talk About Leg Boy"?
We need to
It
talk
could
about
be
Leg
that.
Boy.
We'll save that one if nothing better comes up. But So yeah, Leg Boy is named Hyota, and he's star of the track team, and otherwise simply known for being cherubic.
But she looks over and he's just on the couch with his legs just up, and he's just like looking at something.
He's doing like fucking kitten poses. Like I don't know what the fuck, man.
Just like a little
She
meow
gets
meow.
leg jealousy.
Yeah, she's just like, why do his legs look better than mine? But anyway, moving on to our next character, the very down tempo artist Sosaku, who is apparently heir to the fucking giant conglomerate that owns the school, and which he runs by himself.
So he's a student at the school he runs, and therefore he is above God.
This is true. Clearly, it's not a thing though, because he has not bothered to make himself student body president.
Yeah, but also like he doesn't seem to care about anything except for creating 5
This is true. This
foot long statues.
This boy barely speaks, and it is
Ornate
noted
detail.
that he has created most of the art in this room.
Which, like, good for him. Good for him.
Mhm.
And lastly, we have to reintroduce Manabu, who is the blue-haired idiot child who leads them.
He's the club president.
He is the Sherlock Holmes,
But
and
also
I hate him.
should be noted that our protagonist girl here, she knew who everyone else was except for this.
She does not know who this
Funky
who
little
this
dude.
boy is. And sitting across from all of them in their rococo-ass furniture, she has decided that she hates them, which I can't really blame her.
But she tells them to their faces, and they just giggle at her.
Just like, you can't get away with this shit just because you're handsome.
They can't keep getting away with it.
And they're just like, yeah, we can.
Honestly, if I said that and I got giggled at, I would start fighting. There would
Throwing
be a
punches.
bloodbath in there.
This is true. The Kill Bill music would start, but
Then the president just starts going on about, oh, beautiful is not the same thing as handsome.
this is true. We're just naturally beautiful. We're not trying too hard. Because of the first rule, which is be pretty. Which I think, okay, I'm going to put it this way. I'm going to ascribe priority to these rules by their number.
Yeah.
Sure.
So your first job is to be eye candy. Um,
Then it's,
and they anyway, she becomes frustrated, and I quite like Mayumi
Mhm.
because she seems to have like a vicious streak in her,
yeah.
which allows her to defend herself against this nonsense.
Mhm.
Mhm.
And I always appreciate that sort of thing. You can kind of tell because she gets the weird smirk. She's just like, you motherfuckers. I swear to Christ.
It's quite funny.
the Hmong motherfucker.
But yeah, they get around to what she's looking for, and we enter a gorgeous sequence where she describes 10 years ago seeing the star that set her on her path.
That was so pretty.
The star
art-
whose beauty outshone any other. And yeah, we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
Um,
Art.
and how it set her on her path to want to be an astronaut because she felt like she wanted to touch it with her hands. And she hasn't seen it in 10 years, and she made a promise to her parents to stop dreaming by the second year of middle school.
You'll get over it, sweetie.
You'll get over it, sweetie. Being an astronaut doesn't pay the bills.
No, I'm
But,
saying she will get over not wanting, listening to her parents.
So yeah, they immediately accept. And she's just like, "Are you serious? Are you just going to accept this childish case?" And she's like, "Of course we're going to accept this childish case because the second rule is be a boy." We should note that it is not the pretty man detective club. These are irresolute children.
Mm-hmm. Something clicks within her brain when he says be a boy, and she said, that's important.
I have nothing to say about this.
And I'm
I will
like,
leave
"Oh,
it. I will leave it to others.
Sweetie, your gender feels.
Gender is occurring over here.
I will leave it to our gender correspondents. But yeah, she's like, oh well, shit. What do we do now? And it's just like, oh, don't worry about it. He's gone to set things up. It's just like, what do you mean? What are you talking about? Well, the helicopter, of course.
Chopper noises.
As their hair starts moving on its own, you just hear the and yeah, now they're in a fucking helicopter. Because they've flown her out to the beach from her youth. It's just like, well, this is the place where we have to start, isn't it? Place where you saw it. It's just like, what? It's
Makes
like,
sense.
where were where were you facing? Towards the mountains or the trees? They make up some shit about Leg Boy, who is fucking frolicking in the night in the night water. Just splashing and shit. And it's just like, oh, is that part of it too? And I'm just like, no, it's not.
No.
He's just a jackass.
Yeah.
They call him Adonis.
They call him Adonis of the perfect legs. They go on about their Dark Souls nickname.
Yep.
Yeah.
Manabu is Manabu the aesthete.
Yes.
The other one is the orator. It's just like they all have like little names.
Hmm.
She becomes overwhelmed by this.
Mm-hmm.
So while they go set up the telescope, she goes to help with the camp chores with the delinquent boy Michiru because he commands this. It's just like, help me with this. And he's just like, what? It's like, you said you were having a barbecue then, right? So
we
he goes.
gotta recreate the
You
conditions
gotta
perfectly.
you gotta recreate the conditions. And while he's cooking, um, she's sort of standing there looking at him, and then she looks at the fucking the air boy Sosaku over there, who's making a perfect 5 foot tall sandcastle. And she looks at the guys on the beach, and she looks back at his back, and she's like, "These guys are fucking with me, aren't they?"
Uh-huh.
Yeah, she just starts to get mad about it. She's just like, wait a second, you're just fucking toying with me.
Am I getting punked right now?
This is just amusement for you. Um, and yeah, I understand. But Michiru, being the gold-hearted delinquent as always, manages to disabuse her of this notion by serving her the greatest fucking kebab that anybody's ever had. She keeps dropping pieces of it on the sand because she can't handle it, and he's just like, "What the fuck, lady?"
Don't waste food.
It's too
Grabs it
tasty.
and
She
eats
can't process it.
She can't process how tasty it is. And he keeps he's picking them up and eating them off the beach because he's like, I don't waste food.
Mm-hmm. Respectable.
And this sort of like humble scavenging nature kind of disabuses her of the idea that they're just rich kids fucking with her.
Mhm.
Because Michiru is operating on like homeless instincts.
Yeah.
So clearly it's not about power with him.
Mm-hmm.
From what he tells her, it's that they're all bound to the president of the club, to little blue-haired bastard Manabu. If he takes things seriously, they take things seriously, and you couldn't ever get him to drop the case once he started
Mhm.
it.
But
And
also, they note that the group would simply not work without
they
him
would
there.
because they would all hate each other.
They would all be at each other's throats.
Which I'm just like, yeah, take him out of the equation. Let's see what happens. Lock him in the art room. And is that how it ends on that conversation? Because it's a two-parter. It's the issue.
Yeah, so we do assume like, oh yeah, they're gonna just find the star at the end of the episode, and then she's gonna have to join the club and become boy. No, that doesn't happen in this one.
That doesn't happen in this
It
one.
just kind of ends right there.
And the blurb suggests that it may not happen at all, and things may go quite differently.
They
Perhaps.
have some kind of misadventure.
Some sort of misadventures. Anyway, so this show is gorgeous.
It's so pretty.
Yes. I have never seen an anime with this many gorgeous starscapes.
Yeah.
It reminds me of Vanitas.
Yeah, I can see that comparison.
Where Vanitas would cut away into like colored pencil animation and shit.
Right.
And like weird Madoka-esque paper cutout scenes and stuff like that.
They're-
That's the genre we're going for.
Yeah.
Especially the flashback scene where she's talking about her dream.
Mhm.
Absolutely gorgeous. Again, I do think it's interesting that like a lot of the rest of the show they do minimize the amount of movement they do, which I think is kind of fine for this particular type of show.
Well,
Because
it's a lot of talking, and also
Exactly.
they're spending their animation budget on the fucking star flourishes that occur
Yes.
at least thrice every still frame.
Mhm.
because you have to understand how pretty the boys are.
Someone $10,000 on stars. Someone help me budget this.
Budget this
Yeah,
fucking
budget.
anime.
Help me budget it. My studio is dying.
Yeah.
Maybe put less star wipes. No.
Never.
Never, ever.
So yeah, on that note, the boy wives are gorgeous, and I hate fully 2/3 of them. No, wait. Well, we'll do the actual math. 2/5 of them I cannot fucking stand.
You hate the president and you hate the leg boy.
I hate the leg boy. I want to smash them together, like
Shipping.
no, not that kind of shit.
I know. I'm just
Sure.
kidding.
No, you ever see somebody get like conked together? Yeah, that like that.
Yeah. Oh,
Or
the old Three Stooges special.
Yeah, they all grab them by the ankles and slap them together like a pair of penguin wings. Yeah, they've done it this time. They've somehow activated the rage button.
Woof.
Just a cute
Every now
aggression.
and then every now and then it happens. I like some anime will do it. The what was the one about the fucking little plastic dinosaurs that made me so fucking angry?
What?
I don't know what you're talking about.
The Yu-Gi-Oh like show.
Yeah, it was like Yu-Gi-Oh or Beyblade or
like
some shit.
beat 'em on.
It
That
might have been
one?
Beat 'em on. I might because I know I fucking hated that kid. It's close to what I feel for the protagonist of Rent a Girlfriend. However, I am justified in my hatred of him. I am not. I cannot explain the anger I feel
Yeah,
here.
these are just like actual 12 and 13-year-olds, and also they're like, I
They're
don't know,
too- They're too anime.
their main sin is that they're kind of pretentious.
Yeah, it's the arrogance.
Hmm.
That's got to be it.
Yeah, like I get it. My feelings definitely aren't that strong, but I get it.
The fuck, Leg Boy is on some fucking JoJo level perversion.
He really is. The stand user could be anyone.
It's him. He's the stand user. Anyway, what else? What does anybody else think?
I thought it was pretty good. I thought it was pretty funny.
I really want to know what's going on with this girl's magical eyes, and also I want to see her become boy.
Mhm.
Yeah, we've been hoisted by our own petard on this one.
Yeah.
If I had to guess, my guess would be that girl changes gender presentation to join Pretty Boys Club
Mm-hmm.
solely for that purpose, and perhaps learn something about herself.
Mhm.
Yeah, I wonder like I want it to be a show where they 100% know that she has done this and they're completely okay with it. Like, yay.
Yeah.
Boy is a state of mind, and given how the rest of this show has been so far, I could see them doing it.
Yeah,
I suspect they'll be totally aware because they'll be like, you have to join because you have the special eyes, but
Right.
you must do the ritual.
I heard that multiple genders occur in this show.
It's
That's what I
delightful.
heard.
My other thought was, what if her beautiful star was like a satellite or an airplane or something?
Yeah, just like the blinking fucking warning
It's
light
a
on the
fucking
end of
blimp in the sky or something. The
Plane.
fucking Goodyear blimp.
It's a Chinese spy
Oh
balloon.
no!
Yeah,
Oh no!
she's the only one who could see them.
Yeah.
Oh god, that would be a completely different show, huh?
Hello, Mayumi Dojima. I'm from the CIA, and we need you.
We need to take you away.
Sorry, pretty boys. I have a new job to fulfill.
Sound has a sound of fucking 5 silenced pistol shots.
Also, towards the beginning, there was that moment where oh god, I don't know any of their names. Our
Yeah.
president boy is
Manabu.
scaring our main girl here, and she reaches into her pocket, I guess, to pull out glasses to put on. I did think she was about to pull out some pepper
Me
spray.
too.
It's the gun, switchblade.
She'd be like, "Leave me alone. I don't know
You're
you."
not gonna be pretty,
I don't
buddy.
know
I'm
you.
done with you.
I'm gonna stab you with my trained pervert knife.
Wow. So yeah, I guess that's all of my feelings. What about y'all? Any other thoughts?
I have no thoughts. Head empty. I love these himbos.
That is empty. These are not himbos, Black.
No, himbos have to be dumb as bricks.
I think they're pretty dumb.
These are, yeah, but they also have to be huge.
That's true.
They do gotta be jacked.
These,
is the
I'm
other
sorry,
thing.
I'm sorry, these aren't himbos. They're definitely boy wives.
Yeah, that's true. Okay.
Just kept waiting for Venti to show up.
Yeah, they're venti.
They are like very venti core.
Mhm.
Especially the main dude who gave me a migraine with how much he like. I don't remember their names. The blue hair guy.
Manabu.
Yeah,
Yeah,
President
him.
boy.
He's a lot.
He
I
was
think I'm
tough.
in. I think I'm in ingredients with Magpie.
You want to crush him? Under your thumb. Push him like an ant.
Anyway. Yeah.
So, would anyone watch more of this?
I'd watch more of this.
I will not be watching. more
My
of this.
girlfriend watched the first 3 episodes and she loves it, so I should probably.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, you should. I don't know that I didn't hate this show, but I don't necessarily know if it's for me. So I don't know if I would watch more, but I mean, I don't know. It's not something that would be offensive to my eyes if it was on, but I probably won't seek it out is my
Yeah.
Gorgeousness aside, it is simply not food for Magpie.
Yeah.
I
think
plus, as discussed, I hate 2/5 of the characters.
It's I have something where it's kind of hard for me to get into a show with characters that are this young too. Like even aside from I don't know about the genre, they're like 12 and 13 and I can't relate to that anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So, I don't
The scourge of high school anime. Aims another life.
This isn't even high school
Oh,
anime.
right.
They've gone younger.
I forgot
Yeah,
what
this
the
is
age
true.
ranges were
Schoolers.
for fucking schools are.
Japan's fucking weird about that anyway.
Anyhow.
So yeah, if you've got a case for us to take on, you can send that to oneepisodecast@gmail.com.
That is one the word, not the number. Hey, we have a Twitter as well. We are at One Episode Cast.
To be solved by the average men and men NBC.
For first rule of Twitter Club. I don't know. What's the first rule of Twitter Club?
First rule of
Be demented, I guess.
The first well,
Tower Club.
The first rule of Twitter Club is fucking PvP is on.
Yeah. Misunderstand every post you see to be as negative as possible.
Actually, PvP is on is the only word.
It's
rule.
the only rule.
This is literally the only one.
The second rule of Fight Club is you gotta fight.
Yeah, get in there.
The first rule of Tower Club is to have toes.
Unfortunate.
Problematic.
Remove them.
You've never seen me with my shoes off. You don't know.
That's true.
I had a big fucking duck feet under.
Anyhow.
This is
too much.
Falling apart.
Goodbye, y'all.